My name is Anna Kavanagh and I invite you to join me on a journey to the heart of Ireland to capture the enthusiasm, passion and excitement of the participants in the run-up to a County Fleadh. We go behind the scenes and chat to committee members a few days beforehand as they put the finishing touches to preparations that began last year. We get a chance to meet up with musicians in a senior Kayy band as they rehearse for their competitions, and we capture the excitement on the streets as crowds gather to be entertained and enjoy the fun of the Fleadh. The cornerstone of any County Fleadh is the competitions, and we'll be there to speak to the competitors that get through to represent their county at provincial level. We join in the fun afterwards as crowds gather in the local pubs to hear local musicians in session. We now head to County Longford to look at the innovation, dedication and gusto that's at the heart of Irish music that enables their musicians to compete alongside the very best musicians in the country. Welcome to Fleadh Fervour. It's early May and people all over Ireland are practising for County Fleadh competitions which will take place throughout Ireland this month. They'll be practising music, song, dance, recitation, storytelling and Comhrá Gaeilge. They'll be hoping to make it through to one of 4 provincial finals that will be held in July and hopefully to make it to the All-Ireland which will be held in Ennis this coming August. We're here with the Smith family in Edristown to see how their practice is coming along. Edna, how are you? Do you mind if I come in?
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Well, Hughie, how did you get into Irish music?
Well, I suppose I had an interest in it from when I was very young.
Yeah.
You see, when I grew up in my house at home, when I was a little fella, there was a lot of music in the house.
Yeah.
My father played the fiddle, my granduncle played the fiddle, my grandfather played the fiddle, and bowhorns.
And you're quite unique really in that your father and your 3 children have competed at All-Ireland level. That's pretty unique.
Well, it wasn't meant to be that way, it's just the way it worked out. Like, we started off at the County Fleadh, we qualified, went up to the Leinsters, and we really didn't know who had qualified until the day was over, because we're running in different directions as you would be at a Fleadh,
yeah.
Trying to go this day and the other. It was only kind of when we met up at the end of it, we realised that we had all qualified for it. And yeah, it was great, it was good.
That was it, yeah.
I wouldn't say, maybe it happens elsewhere, but certainly around Longford is the first one I know of anyway, but it's good,
Yeah.
But,
well, between the 3 children, they play a very wide range of instruments.
yeah, I suppose they do. They've good interest in it, so they have, and they'll be always looking to, maybe we'll try this and we'll try that, and, and I suppose they do put a good effort at it now, you know what I mean? It doesn't just happen.
Yes.
They would do a lot of practicing and all that. And I suppose like that too, when you have to hang on one instrument and you know the tunes and that, you probably move on to the next one. And once you get the basics of it, I suppose you work it from there.
Right.
And they have a good interest in it. But like lots of kids in around Longford and everywhere else all over the place will be the same thing. So I suppose the more the merrier anyway.
So Edna, it's a week before the Fleadh. Is everybody up to high dough? What's it a week?
It's a crazy week. It's been a crazy month or more, we'll say, in the run up to it. A typical week, like for Nadine now, the 3 kids play music, so Nadine is busy on a Monday evening, we'll say she's going off to learn the keyboard.
Yes.
Over in Mullinachta with Jackie Callahan. Tuesday evening, Owen does banjo lessons here at the house. He's a few kids that call Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday evening to him. Wednesday evening then Nadine goes over to Tang to Gertie McLean for her fiddle lesson, and then as soon as she gets back to Edristown she has to go up to the community centre and take part in the under 12 Kayy band. As soon as that's over then Owen goes into his group of Kayy practice. Kirsten is studying at the moment, she's doing the Leaving Cert, but she also is taking part in the Fleadh now next Sunday. She's hoping to take part in the over 18 Baron competition, and she's studying music for the Leaving Cert, so that involves a lot of practice here at the house as well for her practical. She's that completed now and she's happy with how it went,
Yeah, and you are involved with the Kayy band.
I am.
Tell me about that.
Well, I got involved in the Kayy band back about 8 or 9 years ago along with Fleadh. She decided she'd try and get a little junior Kayy band up and running. then I used to go to the competitions, and I seen the senior competitions, and I started thinking, you know, we've got lots of good musicians in Longford as well, and you know, instead of going off the other counties playing, which does happen, like it's part of the Kayy band scene, people come from other counties so they go in and make up a Kayy band. I just think, I thought, well, why go somewhere else? We make up our own Kayy band. This is our third year now with the Owen Glass Kayy band. But it's a big commitment, you see, that's a lot of the thing. And like we've been practicing now for the last nearly 4 months, and that's every Sunday.
Every Sunday evening at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, about half 8?
Yeah, so no matter where we go or what we do, we have to be back for Kayy band. I can testify to that. Like.
Yeah, every Sunday, that's what we do. We know that, and it's because of the plan. So.
I'm here with Damien McGuinness, who is mentor to the Kayy band, and with Donna McCann. Damien, I believe that you travel down every Sunday evening from Sligo. Is that true?
That's right. Well, I'm from County Sligo originally, but I live in Dublin, so I suppose Edgeworthstown suits me in that it's halfway between my home place and my place of work.
And when did practice start?
Well, this year it's been going on for the last few months. There is a lot of work when you're putting a Kayy band together, picking the tunes that suit the group, and then coming up with the arrangement that every instrument is heard 100% in unison, and that give it that extra bit of spice, and that just gives it that bit of life and makes every Kayy band have their own individual sound.
And if I dare say so, you're a very young man. So what is your background with Kayy bands?
Well, I suppose I grew up playing music with the Trera Cultus in County Sligo. Grew up under 12 to 15 and 15 to 18 Kayy bands, and then after that I was lucky enough to be a member of the Dartry Kayy band that won the All-Ireland, and then I also was a member of the Moylarg Kayy band from Roscommon that won the All-Ireland after that. So I have, I suppose, a little bit of success in Kayy bands.
This Kayy band we know is the only Kayy band, so it will probably qualify to go through to the Leinster final.
Yes, yeah.
So would you like to say what are their chances? How is this band coming along?
Well, you know, it takes time for Kayy band to kind of find their feet, you know.
Yes.
No more than any performance, it does take time. This Kayy band have made great strides over the last number of years, and I would be hoping that we'd be in the running this year round at the Leinster Fleadh. But you know, every competition is different, and it's down to a lot of it is down to the adjudicators, their own choice at the end of the day. So while we're hopeful that we might come out lucky at the Leinster Fleadh, we're here to enjoy the music, and for this gang to represent Longford is great by itself.
Okay, thank you. Donna?
Yes, Anna.
Huge commitment for you every Sunday evening.
It is, yeah. I think the boys in my house know at this stage Sunday evening is Kayy band evening. Mommy goes out to practice.
Right.
But as a band, it's very much a family here. You know, there are a married couple within the band, and it's usual here to have the girls to be sitting in for practices. And Amanda has her kids, and she's brought her kids along. And, you know, it's, I suppose, even the fact of picking uniforms, helping out with tunes during the week, everybody's in continuous contact. It's not just an hour on a Sunday evening. It's an ongoing thing. So whether you're contacting people to help you with the variations or to run over the tunes, or as we're running up to now to the Leinster final, that will be requiring a lot of practices so that our kids see that, you know, as adults, that we are working towards something, and this is, you know, that just because you get to a certain age that you haven't finished learning, that there's always something to be achieved and something to work for. And I think it's a good example to give to kids, that they can see that this is being done.
So huge commitment, but there must be great passion there. What's your background in Irish music, Donna?
I'm originally from County Cork. I grew up being a member of the Shipale na Carriga branch of Cultus. So I grew up as a singer mainly. I was late in my teens before I started playing music. But where I grew up at home, music and singing and dancing and Gaeilge, it was all part of the culture that we grew up with. You know, you didn't really have to learn the bulk of the polkas and slides because you were hearing them all the time. So my mum was originally from Longford, so moving to Longford then I thought it was going to be a culture shock, but as it transpires, Longford is full of culture and full of music, and it's great to be part of the Hourglass Kayy Band and to be flying Longford's flag in the Kayy Band competition in the Fleadh.
Well, that's wonderful. So I wish you the very best of luck
Thanks, Anna.
in Kilkenny in July. And thank
Lovely.
you for talking
Thank you.
to me. Nadine, how old are you?
I'm 10.
And what instruments do you play?
I play the drums, the whistle, banjo, fiddle and keyboard.
My God. And what's your favourite instrument?
I like the drums and fiddle.
You like the fiddle?
Yeah.
And how did you start playing the fiddle?
Well, my grandfather used to play the fiddle, and like if we're in the car and the CD was on, I'd pretend to play the fiddle, and Daddy just bought me a fiddle, so I started playing it.
And you've won a number of county medals, haven't you? And you've been in the Leinster Fleadh.
Yeah.
And did you ever get through to an All-Ireland?
Yeah, I got through in the under-12s fiddle slow air when I was 8.
8?
Yeah. And I got through in the drums last year.
To the All-Ireland?
Mm.
My goodness, that's some achievement. Well, Nadine, I wish you the very best of luck now at the weekend, and hopefully we'll see you in Kilkenny.
Thank you, Anna.
Owen, I saw clips of you on YouTube. You played at a main gig week last year in Sligo at the Fleadh, the All-Ireland Fleadh.
I did, yeah. We were playing with a band called Brucia. We won a band competition, Battle of Band in Mullaghorn last year. We won that, and the prize was they had to play in the main gig week.
And how did you get into Irish music, Owen?
Well, we moved out here first. I found out Daddy had a banjo, and it was upstairs, and I was strumming around messing with it. So I said I'd like to pick up the banjo, and went to Sean Marshall then, and haven't looked back since.
And you've made it to the All-Ireland a few times, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I think 3 or 4 times I got to All-Ireland on the banjo, and I came third, was it 2 years ago in Sligo? So I'm happy with that.
Well, that's a great achievement. So what competitions are you taking part in now this coming weekend?
I'm taking part in the banjo and miscellaneous.
Right. And you're in the Kayy Band as well?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm in the Kayy Band and the group of Kyoto as well.
Right. And are you putting in a lot of time practicing?
Not for my own competitions, but for the group competitions, yeah, nearly every week. I think it's every Wednesday we practice for the group Kyoto for about an hour and a half, and the Kayy Band every Sunday. I teach a few students on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, so it's all chock-a-block all them evenings. It's hard to get other stuff done.
Well, Owen, I wish you the very best of luck at the weekend, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you in Kilkenny in July.
Thank you very much.
A lot of people have this misconception of it just being a bunch of old ones sitting playing diddly-eye music, and they don't really understand that there's a whole other side to that. It's for every age group. We've modernised it with mixing it with like bluegrass and jazz and pop and rock and everything, and there's new bands as well like Gutcha, Bioga and Moxie, and we've been to see most of them. They're just unreal. There's a good beat to them, and you can jump around and have the crack, and it's not just sitting still and clapping along.
So what's it like going to an All-Ireland Fleadh?
Just the atmosphere is unreal. The crowds are wedged with people up and down the streets, and you meet people that you've met from years before from all around Ireland, and you meet all your friends like from everywhere. The nightlife is unreal as well. Just
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Every night, basically every night there's something different to go to. There's different gigs in different venues, So whatever you're interested in, it covers every side of trad. You stay out till all hours.
And now, is that 11 or 12 o'clock?
No, it would usually be maybe 4 or 5.
What?
Yeah.
All night?
Yeah.
Every night?
Yeah.
For-
Like the further on in the week, the later you stay out, because the
Right.
more people have arrived, and
My God.
yeah,
So it just seems to be the place to be if you're a young person
yeah,
your age.
it really is. Like the atmosphere is just, you can't describe it even in like words. It's just so exciting. Like you're running on adrenaline and just,
Right.
it's brilliant.
Well, Kirsten, I wish you the very best of luck in the competitions next weekend.
Thank you. Anna.
And I hope to see you in Kilkenny
I do too.
and in Ennis. It's Saturday morning, a week before the Fleadh, and we're here in the Green in Edgeworthstown, where there are several children being taught music, and coordinating all of this is Maeve Donnelly. Maeve, I have to say this place is just a hive of activity this morning. What's happening?
Well, we have Barron classes, tin whistle classes, that's who I take, and then there's keyboard across the road, fiddle, Thomas Doyle is taking guitar in the community centre, and Sean Marshall is teaching flute, whistle, banjo and mandolin in the other room.
And how many children are we talking about?
There's probably about 80 children coming in on a Saturday morning between every teacher.
And this is a huge task, and
it's quite busy.
You're quite busy, and you're responsible for coordinating all of this.
Well, Pauline, Fleadh and myself kind of coordinate all the teachers, the rooms and organising children to come in.
Do you find that difficult?
No, not really. I don't want to see anyone disappointed, but they all seem to enjoy it anyway, so I don't mind. It's hard to get them all to practice and ready, but other than that, it's very good.
Well, Maeve, it's a credit to you, and without the work that you and Pauline are doing, these children wouldn't be to the standard that they are.
Oh.
And thanks very much for talking to me.
No problem.
I'm here with PJ Kennedy in the old schoolhouse in Edgeworthstown, and he also teaches as part of the Saturday morning music club. PJ, do you have many students here on a Saturday morning?
On an average of 8 to 10 on a regular basis.
Right.
Yeah.
And have you been teaching here for long?
I have been teaching here for a few years.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's the standard like?
Standard is very good. All the youngsters are very keen to learn. We don't kind of take it too seriously. We enjoy the class, you know.
Right.
And they enjoy it too, you know.
And so a number of your students will be competing next week now in the competitions.
Oh, they will, hopefully, yeah. Hoping that they do well, you know.
And that they will qualify to go on to Kilkenny.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. Well, thanks very much, PJ. It has been a pleasure
Okay.
talking to you. And
Thank
thank you
you.
for taking
Thank you.
time out. I'm here with another teacher in the Saturday Morning Music Club, Sean Marshall, who's with two of his former students. Have you been teaching here long, Sean?
I don't know, it must be 6 years or 7 years.
You're passing on the tradition to the younger students.
Yeah, sure, and they'll soon be passing it on as well, you know, because these lads are very, very accomplished musicians.
Paddy, you began your music with Sean.
I started off with Sean there 5 or 6 years ago.
And Paddy, how is your practicing coming along for the Fleadh?
Well, now brushing up on tunes now, and Fleadh's next Sunday, is it?
Yes.
Well, it'll be a stiff enough competition now, but hopefully now the practice will pay off.
Yourself and Owen are in the same competition.
That's right, yeah.
That'll be tough now.
Have you any advice for them?
I should do their normal practice, and I'm sure they'll play well regardless, you know, they always do.
Maybe now you might grace us with a few tunes.
We can play a tune though, yeah.
here in the community centre in Edgeworthstown with Jackie Callahan. Jackie comes from a family that's steeped in traditional Irish music. Her mother is a member of the Brady family who kept the Kayy band tradition alive in Longford for many decades, and her father's family, the Callahans, are closely associated with the Comhaltas branch in Edgeworthstown. Jackie, would you like to tell me a little bit about what's going on here tonight?
So this evening we have our Kayy band and group of Kyoll practice. It all started out in December when I came up at the Joe Callahan branch meeting, and they asked me to hold auditions to whoever wanted to come in and participate in a band or a group of Kyoll. We actually had done that a few years ago, and some of the kids who had done it a few years ago are actually in this one as well. So they were dying to do it again because it's so much crack, as they say themselves. So we have a few days just left now until the Fleadh, and so we have a lot of practice to get in yet, to get ready and to get finished up for the County Fleadh.
It's a huge undertaking, Jackie, so you have 4 groups here. So how many children are you talking about?
All in all, we're talking about 40 kids in total.
So would it be true to say that these young people would have no opportunity to play music outside of the work that you do with them here?
Yeah, I think so. You know, some kids don't participate in competitions in their solo instruments. So it gives them the chance to get to Leinster and have a stress-free environment, and they can play along, and especially like they get to meet a lot of new kids. Some of these kids would never cross paths otherwise.
And what do you think the chances are in Kilkenny?
I don't know. I think from their point of view, it's definitely a fun element. They're just looking forward to participating in it. As I said, some of them have never got to a Leinster's before. They're going as a group, and they're going with their friends, and they're just basically going down to have the fun and just see how it goes for them, you know, to enjoy it basically.
Well, that's wonderful, Jackie, and great credit is due to you for doing all that work with these young people, because otherwise they'd have no opportunity to get to the Leinsters.
Yeah, it's great for them.
I have Jackie's sister Laura here with me, and Laura is helping Jackie out tonight. But I believe you're just back from the States, Laura. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
I am. I'm only back about 5 days. A bit of jet lag still set in, but I'm having a lot of fun tonight. We were just in the States. We travelled 26,000 miles across 34 states, bringing Irish music and our Irish history to all the Irish Americans, and great reception, obviously, because of immigration over there. And celebrating the 100 years of the Easter Rising. So it was great. I'm delighted to be home though, and home helping out now Jackie this evening. So
from the stage in America playing to thousands to helping out Jackie here in Edgeworthstown.
I know you always have to come home to your roots, because that's how every musician starts. When I was the age of the kids in there, that's the only reason I'm here today, because competing in Fleadhs and going to lessons brought you on the competition. I know some people don't like competition, but only for that little fire of competition and knowing to go to a group to meet your friends, you actually practiced and you wanted to get out there and learn. I'm happy to pass on any of my talent onto any kids that show an interest, and hopefully someday I'll be looking at them on stage and see them travel the world.
Well, Laura, it has been a pleasure talking to you, and I look forward to seeing you in the Olympia next week.
Thank you very much, and I will see you there.
I'm here in Granard the week before the Fleadh. It's the final meeting of the Longford Comhaltas County Board. With me are Patricia Masterson, who's the chairperson of the county board, and Kate McKenna, who is the treasurer. Patricia, there's just a few days left to the Fleadh. I'm sure, you know, you're very busy.
We're very busy. It's been a long few months. We started in October by arranging a venue for the competitions, which is here in Fleadh Fervour here in Granard. In the new year then we advertised in the local papers and the local notes for our entries for our competitions. We have a significant number of entries. Right. We also organised our adjudicators, our clerks, our stewards, our office staff.
So it's all hands on deck?
It's all hands on deck now for the next couple of days, but the working committee have been fantastic and worked along very well together over the last few months.
And tell me a little bit about the work that's done by the volunteers.
We have to organise a timetable then for the Fleadh, that the competitions run smoothly on the day. And then later on then the winners qualify for the Leinster Fleadh in Kilkenny in July and further to the All-Ireland Fleadh in Ennis, where they compete with the top class musicians in the country.
Right, so it's a very busy time for you, Patricia.
It is indeed, yes, very busy. And afterwards as well, we have to get in all the results, and they have to be checked and they have to be forwarded to the Leinster Council. So there's a lot of work involved even after the Fleadh as well.
Right, Patricia, thank you very much. Kate, you're the treasurer of the John Duncan branch who are hosting this year's County Fleadh, and you're also the treasurer of the county board, so you're wearing two hats.
Oh yes, I'm a very busy person, Anna. We are a very small branch, the John Duncan branch out here in Granard, and we're up against a lot of competitions with some of the other branches, but we have some very talented people here, even though we are a small branch. And actually I just picked up almost the final draft now of our Fleadh programme, and you will see we have all the entries in it in the different categories, and we're just going to go through it here tonight in our meeting, and we're going to double check that we have every last entry in it to have everything perfect on the day.
Right, and I know that organising any County Fleadh involves a lot of volunteers. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes. Well, first of all, I suppose we, at our AGM, we try and encourage as many good people as we possibly can to come to our meeting, and we know when we have the Fleadh coming up, we know who's going to be reliable, and those people are given key duties and encouraged every way to help out.
So how many volunteers are we talking about?
For overall, for the running of the Fleadh, I'd say it's somewhere between 40 and 50 people.
So that's a huge number.
At least, and you know, you might even rope in another few people. There is so many duties, you wouldn't believe what has to be done.
Mm-hmm. And you're also one of the organisers of the concert on Friday night. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes. I've really enjoyed doing that. Well, this is, we were requested, I suppose, by Colta's head office to do something to mark the centenary and the rising. And we put together a musical drama, and we called it The Hill of the Sun. And we're really looking forward to it. When we look back at 1916, there will be happy things, and the area of Granard will be brought into every aspect of it.
It has been a pleasure talking to you, Kate, and I wish you the very best of luck hosting the County Fleadh this year.
Thank you, Anna.
With Hughie and the children now taking part next Saturday and Sunday in competitions, like, you know, those mornings must be crazy, are they?
Oh yeah.
It'll be all go here now in the morning time and be up and getting ready and getting excited and
nervous as
this
well.
ready, is that ready, don't forget this, don't forget that. Instruments tuned up, as everybody, you've got spare strings, first we stick for the power and there's this kind of stuff going on, you know.
I just try and keep them
calm.
calm.
We're in the van,
you know,
maybe
because
discovered into part of the drum missing, come back and you get something for that. Like there's always, it's rushing.
It's rushing, yeah.
There's a great excitement to it at the same time, you know, and we were heading off here, we'd always say like we'd go on and enjoy it. It's great to be here to be able to compete, and it's not all about the winning. We always emphasise that it's not always about the winning. You know, you go over. We always say, if we win, we win. We take that. If we get nothing, we'll accept that too, and that's the way it is. Yeah. Because to look at it any other way, it's you know, the fun goes out with them.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And you're competing, but you're competing with your friends. The most important thing that everyone stays friends. There's nothing out giving out or I'm better and just that we wouldn't accept that at all with anyone. We don't do that.
They've made such lovely friends throughout the music, Anna.
Yes.
And I've had them for a good few years, and please God it'll stay like that. Yeah, it's lovely.
So you're looking forward to next Sunday.
Yeah.
And to heading to Kilkenny.
There's a little meet Kilkenny, yeah.
Well, and hopefully now all going well, but you never know on the day, and win, lose or draw, we'll go to Kilkenny.
We go to Kilkenny anyway.
If we don't get through,
you know,
we
go and support whoever gets through,
That's
and the
really
same with Ennis. That's what we do.
And
you know.
So that'll be it. That's an idea of it, like, you know what I mean.
Okay.
And
well, we'll meet up with you now at the weekend.
Lovely.
We'll chat to you again.
Yeah.
Well, Hughie, it's Friday night. The Fleadh's been launched in about an hour's time. How are you feeling?
feeling very excited, I know. This is what you're looking forward to all year when we start practicing. There's a concert on tonight over in Granard, John Duncan Branch, putting on very good concert. I've heard it's well organised and all that. And our Kayy band on our class were asked to perform tonight, and this is our first outing with this particular band in front of an audience. So it's a kind of a run through for tomorrow as well for the competition.
Well, I wish you the very best of luck in the competition tomorrow, and you're taking part then in the solo competition yourself on Sunday, isn't that right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
So look at a bit more excitement there too, I suppose, you know.
Mm.
But,
so it'll be a busy weekend for you, and I'll catch up with you on Sunday evening.
that's lovely, all right, and thanks very much, Anna.
For the last few weeks, we have been meeting with some of the organisers and participants in this year's County Fleadh. It's Friday evening, and I'm here at the community centre in Granard. I've stepped out from a very noisy, crowded hall, and in a few minutes' time, the curtains will go up and Longford County Fleadh 2016 will be launched. We're promised a wonderful night's entertainment featuring some of the best music, song and dance in the county. Featured musicians include All-Ireland medal winners Elaine Riley and Rachel Masterson, and a special guest from County Westmeath, Noel Battle. It will also be this year's debut of the Oundgloss Kayy band, who hope to qualify tomorrow to represent County Longford in the Senior Kayy Band competition in Kilkenny in July. Let's step inside to see what's in store. I'm here at the vocational school in Granard. Today we get down to the real business of the Fleadh, which are the competitions. There are over 50 competitions in music, song, dance, lilting, storytelling and chorál Gaeilge. Let's go inside and meet up with some of the competitors. Saturday afternoon, and thankfully the rain has cleared. Up and down the street there are buskers entertaining the crowds. The last 2 weeks I have been travelling through Longford talking to musicians, and one name kept coming up, Pauline Flood. Pauline, everybody here is giving you credit for a lot of the work that you're doing with the young people in Longford, spreading music.
Well, thanks to everyone for giving me the credit. Traditional music has become popular again, and there's so many children interested in learning maybe 2 or 3 instruments. It's just unbelievable, but it's great.
The mini Fleadh on Saturday afternoon is just over, and I think, you know, you were one of the people that came up with this idea of a mini Fleadh. Could you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, the mini Fleadh, the children are the future of music in County Longford, and the children are so good and they're so interested that we have to nurture them and feed them and nourish them where music is concerned, and put them into groups, because when they're in groups they play it twice as well as they do on their own.
Yes.
So I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, and you have some very young children here. I see a young student here. I think you're one of the youngest people that took part today. What's your name?
Patrick Lynch.
Patrick Lynch. And how old are you, Patrick?
7 years old.
And have you been playing music for long, Patrick?
2 years.
2 years. And what instrument do you play?
Mandolin.
And who's your teacher?
Mr. Matthews. No, Porrick Lynch.
Porrick Lynch. And I see you have a couple of trophies here that you're just after winning. What did you win?
On my own and with a duet.
Well done, well done. Rory, could you tell me a little bit about that tune?
Yeah, that tune was written by a brilliant box player, Brian Cullen. Sadly, he passed away a couple of years ago, but he was a great friend of all of ours, and we played with him for about 10 years. So it's a nice tune to keep.
So you're playing the tune here today in his memory?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Idel ni mahon moltor an cola goelige Idel. Jigat.
Dis mar a chuit.
Conas marathon caidan goelige.
Ja, vi ard caidan inniu in áiréide, vi amahori faoin néimlína díis, gus faoi hen blína deg díis, gus vi ard caidan in áiréide, vi arthú caint tríhana gailge fan lé nóméid nó mar sin, agus vi arthú dána dhéanamh nó scéala léirú nó rud a chin mar sin, so vi an gar tímpelach de róla sacab, agus vi siad har a bheith olbhathe in áiréide.
Well, Táis agam gur thosaí tú ag leathnúir tar éis a dóigh, agus inis tá sé seachta clog, agus tá toras 2 uair rót go dtí chun an chlár inis, so Idel, gur míle maithagad.
Tá fáilte rot.
I spoke to you over in Granard when you were just organising for this Fleadh, and now it's over. Are you happy?
Absolutely, Anna. It was a fantastic success, and the standard of our musicians was just unbelievable and amazing. It doesn't just stop here today. We still have some more work to do. We have to check all the results and send them to the Leinster Council, and our qualifiers go ahead to the Leinster Provincial Fleadh on the 8th and 9th of July.
So a lot more work to be done.
A lot more work to be done, but we're very happy. It was very, very successful.
Kate, I see from the booklet that there were over 50 competitions, I think, with a couple of hundred competitors. So huge amount of work and organisation.
Yes, a lot of work, but this year now we got ourselves very organised. You know, everything really ran smoothly, even the sunshine, and everything made an awful difference to us here today.
Patricia, I sat in on a few of the competitions today, and the standard is getting higher and higher every year.
Absolutely higher. Just truly amazing, the standard that there was there today with all our young musicians. And it gives the young musicians a platform to participate in future Fleadhs. So it's a great opportunity for them to compete.
Ladies, you've put in a huge amount of work over the last maybe 6 months, 7 months at least, and all credit is due to you, and I believe you told me at the meeting that there were about 40 people here today as volunteers in various capacities. So
There are indeed, yes.
Yeah. So well done.
And thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you very much.
The competitions are over. The Fleadh is almost over, except for the sessions in the pub tonight. And I've caught up with the Smith family in Nicky's restaurant. Well, Hughie, the Fleadh is over.
It is, Anna.
How did it go for you?
Went good. With a good Fleadh. Very enjoyable weekend, starting off with the concert Friday night. Overall, a terrific Fleadh, very well organised, as I said. I think everyone's got home happy. You know, if they didn't get something today, there's always another day, you know, and we go on now to Kilkenny, that's the next place. And
well, on a personal level, you must be very happy because you're through to Kilkenny on the Kayy drums, and I was in the competition yesterday, the senior Kayy band competition, and I have to say that the adjudicator was really glowing in his tributes to you. Were you happy with how you played?
well, quite happy the way it went, and as you said, the adjudicator was very good in his comments. He was, you know, he gave us a bit of hope going to Kilkenny anyway, I suppose, you know, and I suppose all in all, yeah, very happy, I have to say, yeah.
I have to say that it has been a pleasure being with you for the last couple of weeks, and I just wish each and every one of you the very best luck now in Kilkenny, and perhaps we'll catch up with you down there. The day has drawn to a close. I've arranged to meet up with Owen and Kirsten in Fleadh. I arrive just in time to hear gold medal winner Ian Butler launch into one of his recitations.
Too tall for a dwarf in the circus, still I happen the height for the yards. And in between, kind of an ignorant gossip, ill-designed for financial reward. But to me father, he thought I was a charmer, and there wasn't much else I could do when he sent me to work with a farmer in a backward place known as Rathhew. Now the first week it was...
One of the great things about the Fleadh is a chance to catch up with old friends. the early hours of Monday morning and the last session has ended. It has been a long weekend, bringing to a close Fleadh Fervour in Longford for another year.
That's it, we're on the march, lads. Next stop, Kilkenny.